What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. My name's Derek. Glad to have you here. I know it's been a little while since I've seen you guys. I'm sorry, just had a lot going on with work and really haven't done a whole lot, to be honest with you, just because it's been so hot down here in South Mississippi. July and August, those are our hottest months. And there for a while, it was like 90 degrees and above every day for like 30 days. And it was just smoking hot, humidity, 80%. It was just terrible. So didn't do a whole lot and just kind of spent time with the family, but want to give you guys an update on the property and kind of what things look like. It's been a little while. It's been a little while since I've done a full tour, so let's do one. We'll start, I guess, at the front, kind of work our way back, and I got a couple projects I got to take care of today, so, take you guys along with me. It'll be fun. So let me show you guys my pond first, and look, I'm going to be honest with you, it ain't looking very good right now. We went a pretty good while without rain. It rained yesterday a little bit, it rained the day before yesterday a little bit, and then we went like 40 days with no rain. So we got some rain coming in the forecast, which is good for the pond. But let me kind of show you what it's looking like right now. It ain't very good. She's low. She's real low. You can see she's probably, the line's typically way up here. And it's about 2 feet low right now. Camera don't really do it justice. But you can see all them bags we put in last year. I mean, she's low. She ain't doing too good. But we got some rain coming, so it should fill back up. And if you look right there closely, a bunch of duck eggs in there. One of these ducks, I don't know which one it is. I don't know if it's that one or that one, but one of them is laying eggs. I'm not real sure which one it is. I would love to try to collect the duck eggs. I think it'd be kind of cool. But the problem is they don't lay in the same place every day. They're just kind of sporadic. It's just kind of like, they're just like, oh, I'm gonna lay an egg right here. And they do it. We tried to set something up for them on the edge of the pond, thinking maybe they'd lay in the same spot every day. Didn't happen. So, I don't know. If I can get the duck house I'm about to show you squared away, maybe one day they'll start laying in there. I don't know. And I don't know which one it is. But let me show you guys the duck house real quick. Still a work in progress. There's the duck house. Y'all saw me do an update on this thing not too long ago. We put some PVC pontoons under it. Well, it floated great for a little while. And then one day I came outside and she was upside down in the water. I think what happened is once that wood got some weight to it on one side from just being in the water, it just tipped. So I got to add some more floats or little mini pontoons to the bottom so it'll kind of stay up better in the water. So you'll probably see a video on that. I don't know when I'm going to do it. It's not kind of high on the priority list at the moment, but we're going to get it floating right. And we're going to get it looking good. So just hang in there with me. Also, something I've been kind of thinking about while we're talking about the pond is, this pond is in my front yard. So I want it to look good all the time, no matter what, even in the dry times. So made the decision. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it soon. I'm going to get a well put in. Just, a shallow well, nothing crazy. Where I can pump water in this pond. And I can also use it for, putting water in my grass or water in my garden or something like that. And I'll kind of show you where I'm thinking about putting it. Because I don't want it, out in the middle of the yard or anything like that. I kind of want it tucked away a little bit because y'all know when you do a well, then you got a little well house and you don't want it to be an eyesore. So I'm over here kind of on like you can see house and all over there. Kind of over here on the other side by the levee. So I'm thinking about having a well dug somewhere kind of over in this corner. So, you know, we're on this side of the property, kind of the, what is this? The west side. West side. But I don't know, somewhere over here. I'm thinking about putting the well over there. Just kind of be kind of out of sight for the most part. I don't really know how far away like a well has to be from a pond so it doesn't mess with the pond. I don't really know all that. So that's something I'll have to kind of figure out. I'm kind of watching where I step too, because we saw a couple snakes out of here around the pond, so I'm making sure I don't step on anything. But yeah, thinking about getting a well put in, so I can always have the pond at the water level that I want it, so it'll look nice and look good. And we got, you know, y'all saw we put fish in there, and you know, I want it to look good. So got that coming. I was looking at, you know, I was YouTubing, you know, how hard is it to drill a shallow well? Well, if your water table is like 30 feet, something like that, 35, 40 feet, it looks like it's doable. But according to not court records, but you know, the records they keep here, environmental records they keep here, when they dig wells and things like that, the water table, because I'm kind of high elevation where I'm at, it's like 80 feet. And, you know, to probably have a good well, I have to probably drill 100 feet. And I don't know if that's something I could do on my own. I think that'd be a little overkill. So probably going to have to hire somebody to do that. But, yeah, that's kind of what's going on with the pond right now. Looking kind of sad. Fish are still doing good. We feed them probably every 2 days or something like that. They're doing great. Once I kind of get the pond where I want it, I'd love to put more fish in it. Emily and the girls talked about they'd love to have a little dock out there one day. So I don't know, we may do that. We'll just have to see. But that's kind of the pond. And let me show you guys kind of what's going on with the front of the property now. So I pretty much just walked across the pond levee. You can see right here. We did some cleared, you know, this all used to be woods, all this. You couldn't see the neighbor's house or anything. And I've been slowly kind of clearing this. I cleared that corner over there real well. And I would love to cut some more of these trees down, which I am. I just hadn't done it yet. I'm waiting for it to cool off, you know, get a little bit cooler weather before I start tackling that kind of stuff. I've got a little bit of thick area right here that I've got to finish. You can see it's still kind of growed up right here. And now we're walking down the pond levee. You can see we're kind of standing where that spillway is, where, you know, when the water gets a certain level, it starts going this way. I've got a little bit right here I need to finish clearing. Not much. I mean, I could probably get rid of the brush and stuff in a weekend, then I just have to deal with the trees. But that's really all I got left on the front to get it all clean. Still got a lot of trees up here, as y'all can see. But I'm gonna thin it out. I'm not gonna get rid of all of them. I know. There's some tree people out there that are like, no, you're cutting all these pretty trees down. We're not cutting them all down. Okay, we're gonna keep some, but we're gonna thin it out so the trees that we do keep can get nice and, you know, bush out and be beautiful, nice trees. Right now, they're too packed in here. So we wanna make it nicer, you know, make it feel more homey, more homesteady, you know. So we gotta thin it out a little bit. Probably gonna tackle that when it cools off this fall. So here is kind of the front of the property, like the ditch line by the road. You see there's the road right there. I've been clearing this a little bit just on the weekends and that kind of thing. You can see there's still a lot of sticks and stuff laying out here. Nope, FedEx. Still a bunch of sticks and stuff laying out here everywhere. I've been coming out here every day after work for a few minutes, picking up sticks. But I got it all clean and cleared. And I got some stumps I gotta get rid of. Stump there, a couple of them, but it's at least clean now, and you know, you can see the road. So that's always nice. I just got to get it to where I can mow it a little bit better, and it's pretty uneven. I know you can't tell in videos because it flattens everything out, but there's a big old like ditch or divot right here I got to get taken care of. So that is kind of what the front of the property is looking like. The next thing we've done here recently, y'all kind of saw, was our driveway. Driveway is still holding up pretty good. The rocks have packed down pretty good bit, which we knew they were going to. Probably could use another load to put in some places, but I don't know, we may do that this fall when it starts raining more. But for what I paid for this driveway, because it's a temporary driveway, what I've paid for it, man, it has really been nice. So there's the entrance right there. You can see it's coming on down the driveway. Looks pretty nice. I mean, we got it pretty smooth, pretty flattened out and everything, and it's worked out really nice. I'm pretty, like I said, for what we paid, it's been very, very nice not having to drive up and down a mud hole. So driveway going well. I'll show you guys the culverts and what they look like here in a minute. Over here on the other side of the driveway, this is all that land we cleared in that mini X video. Y'all saw we had the mini excavator and we cleared all this. This used to be all woods. Still got a lot of sticks and things like that I got to pick up. There's sticks laying everywhere. And I've been slowly picking them up every day. Like I said, I come out here and I pick a spot and I pick up limbs. And I've been burning limbs for weeks. I'm sure my neighbors hate me because it's smoky all the time. But it's looking pretty good. We're getting there. I need to cut the grass over here. I hadn't really done a whole lot of grass cutting over here just because of the sticks and stuff laying everywhere. But and then I still got a lot of these pines I got to thin out. I mean, you can see there's pines just stacked up everywhere. So I got to do some thinning still. Gonna keep a couple of these oaks. There's some oaks in here. Gonna keep a few of those. There's a real big one over there. If it had some room to kind of bush out, it'd probably be a really nice one. So this area is shaping up. I mean, it's just, look, it's just me. I don't have any equipment because y'all saw my tractor broke. So I just have to come out here every day by hand, pick up limbs, do what I can. And it takes time. But we're making progress. One thing I've learned so far in my life, I know I'm young, but you got to just take your time. Don't rush it. Just chip away at it a little bit every day. And that's what I've been doing. And, we're seeing results. I'm really hoping that we're going to start building on our house next year. That's the goal. But, we're getting there. Let me show you guys the culvert and kind of what they look like now. Here's those culverts I put in from that culvert video. And the dirt around the culvert still holding up really nice. And you can see some dirt's kind of started to come in here. Remember, I had a bunch of rocks down there, but that's okay. The main thing, I just didn't want it washing around the culvert and washing away, which it's not. It's looking great. Once we have our permanent driveway in, because it'll come through here right here anyways, we may do something different with the rocks. I don't know, but it's holding up really well. Pretty proud of how that turned out. The other side, same way. Doing pretty good. This side, which this is the exit side, I guess you could call it, doing real well, no washing out. But the rocks that I had down here in the bottom, I guess that water flowing through here so fast, it starts to carry the rocks kind of down the ditch. You can see there's kind of rocks a little bit everywhere. It's kind of grass finally starting to grow, but man, there's just rocks all through here. And I was picking them up every time, but I just finally said, you know what, it'll be all right. And I'll just put some bigger rocks in there one day. But it's holding up really well. Pretty excited how that turned out. Next thing I wanted to show you guys on the property is the shed. The shed, let's just say the shed needs some love, okay? Shed needs some love. The shed's still standing great. Shed is still shedding. She is still shedding. But, you know, you guys saw when we made that video, we put tarps on the roof. They work great. But tarps out in the sun all the time, they got a shelf life. They got a shelf life. They don't last forever. And I have found out how long a tarp will last as a roof on a shed. It'll last about 6 months. And then it's a no-go anymore. Because the sun just, you know, sun fade. And a little bit of wind from weather. And that's it. That's it. Let me show you what the shed looks like. It's pretty bad right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you. It's pretty bad. I need to clean it. I ain't cleaned it. And she just rough looking. Here's the shed in all its glory, with no roof on 3/4 of it. That tarp is gone. She gone. She did her job for a long time, and the wind, sun damage, finally just got so thin it ripped. I tried fixing it a couple times, but it finally just got to the point where she was like, you know what, I just can't hold anymore, and now she's looking pretty terrible. This side over here, which is the side that I really care about, if I'm being honest, still pretty good, but she's got some thin spots. You can see right there where it's thin, but it's still good and tight, and she's making it. But I'm gonna have to replace it real soon, because I got all my tools and everything on this side, so I really care about this side staying dry, which it does. But she is getting thin. She's got some small holes in her, and I'm gonna have to replace it pretty soon. But today, once we get done with the tour, we're gonna come back and we're gonna fix this, because we got a lot of rain in the forecast next week, and I do have some tarps already from something else that I'm gonna use just temporary until I can go back and buy some more of these good thick ones. So we're gonna handle that here in a few minutes, but I got one more thing I want to show you guys. I'm sure y'all have heard them in the background, but here's the chickens. Chickens are doing good. They're kind of just hanging out. They like to get in that dirt for some reason and just kind of lay around. I don't really know what they're doing. I don't really know a whole lot about chickens. I've had chickens for probably a decade, but they're doing good. They're just hanging out, I guess. The girls have named a couple of them. That girl right there, big blue one, that's Patricia. I don't know why, she just looks like a Patricia. And then there's the ducks. They hang out with them. And then the two gold ones there, or brown, whatever you want to call them, they ain't got names. But this one right here that's walking up to me, that's Oreo. Oreo sometimes will let you get pretty close, but not all the time. These don't have names yet. But chickens are doing great. They're doing great. Taking them a dirt bath, I guess. That's what she's doing. But they're doing pretty good. And let me show you guys the chicken coop, what it's looking like. Chicken coop still holding up good. We've had this chicken coop now for what, 6-8 months. Definitely will be a chicken coop 2.0 video coming. Just from having the coop now for a while, there are some things that I would like to change. Change number one is going to be me buying one of those automatic doors. You know, I know y'all seen them before, where like they're light sensitive or something. When they sense light, they open up, and when it gets dark, it closes. Cause I am sick and tired of coming out here every day, shutting the coop up, so you know that predators don't get the chickens. I didn't have to come out here every morning and open it back up. Yeah, tired of doing that. So I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I'll probably have to put it somewhere on the sidewall here, somewhere. I don't know where. Probably what I'm gonna have to do. But yeah, that's the biggest update I gotta do. And then I gotta figure something out with the water and food situation. Right now, we're using this little food bucket right here, which is why they're all following me. I gotta fill it up. And then the water bucket situation is actually pretty nice. I took that 5-gallon bucket and put some of them little, you can see them right there, these little drinkers right there. And that bucket will actually last like 2 weeks. I mean, it lasts a long time. I need to fill it up today because I didn't fill it up last weekend because we were out of town. And then the food situation, I need to do something about, just because this little food pan right here ain't big enough. I end up having to fill this thing up like every other day. And I'm getting tired of coming out here every other day and filling it up. So, I'm going to fill this up real quick while I'm down here. Probably go ahead and give them some water too while I'm down here. I'll show you guys another thing about this chicken coop that I don't really like, that I'm going to have to do something about. As you can see, shavings get all in here in this little storage area from them kicking them in there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with some kind of board or something to put along the bottom, and then on this door put like a board to make the door bottom higher, and then over here as well, and kind of make it where they can't, you know, kick stuff over and that kind of thing, and put all these shavings in here, because that's what they're doing. They get in here and they scratch around, and next thing you know, there's shavings everywhere. So let me feed these girls real quick. they keep jumping up here thinking there's something in the food thing. Let me feed them real quick, and then we'll keep going. All right, got them some food now. They're happy. The rest of them will figure it out, come around and get some food. So maybe they'll quit following us around. Got to get this water bucket real quick. That way I can put some water in it today as well. Pick these hooks up, hang it. All right, got the water bucket. We'll go ahead and put some water in it real quick. But overall, chicken coop, still proud of it. It works really well. Chickens seem to love it. They, you know, there's still some things I got to work out on it. The whole nesting box situation, I got to fix. Let me show y'all it. They don't use it. Chickens won't use the nesting boxes as well. I've made a lot of changes to it since y'all saw the video where I built them. Well, let me just show you. What I've done. Walked in here and there's an egg laying right here. And there's some eggs right there under the nesting box. They won't even use it. So as you can see, there's been quite a few changes to the nesting box. I took the roof off because I thought it was too tight of an area and they didn't like getting in there. So I took the roof off. And then, you know, when I originally put it up, I put it up way up here. Well, they never would use it, so I lowered it. It's now only about a foot and a half off the ground, so I lowered it a lot, thinking it'd be easier for them to get in. They still won't use it. I did the whole fake egg trick. You know, you put an egg in there and they'll make them use it. they won't use it. They just, these chickens originally started laying eggs in this corner before I built this nesting box, and I guess that's just where they're comfortable. So this is where they lay eggs all the time. Let's see if I can get them. But this is where they lay eggs all the time. No matter what I try, that's just where they like to lay eggs, I guess. That's where they feel comfortable. Which, I mean, it is what it is. I moved all the roosting bars over here. So this is where they roost, trying to keep it away from the nesting boxes. And, they do like that. They like them being over here instead of over there. But I don't know. I'm tempted to just take the nesting boxes out of there. I don't know. I'm gonna leave them in there, but I may tinker with it a little bit more to see if I can get them to lay in there. One issue also I have in this chicken coop is, with the vents being at the top, it actually works really well with keeping it not too hot in here in the hot summer days. It actually works out really well because when that heat rises, it escapes out the vents at the top. But it gets real dusty in there. It's like super dusty. And I've been doing some researching, some YouTubing. And I see a lot of people putting sand in these coop houses now. And I'm really thinking about trying it. I know sand is heavy, but if y'all remember when I built this thing, I put supports under the frame of it, and I put 2 layers of plywood. So that bottom floor is like an inch thick. I mean, it's pretty thick. I think it would hold the weight okay. So, I don't know. You guys in the comments, tell me what y'all think. I'm really thinking about putting sand in there to kind of help with the dust and, chicken dander and that kind of thing. And they stir up these shavings. And there's some days you walk in here and it just, I don't know, it just seems real dusty. And if I put the boards on the bottom and hold all that sand in there, like a sandbox, it'd keep the little storeroom area a lot cleaner. So I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. That's what I'm thinking about. But that's the chicken coop. Still looking good. Still functioning pretty well. I've been wanting to get me a chair to put out here on this porch. I just hadn't done it yet. And but chicken coop, I like it. Still turned out pretty nice. Let's go give these girls some water, and then they should be good to go for the day. I forgot to mention that y'all probably noticed that I don't have as many chickens as I used to. I think we originally started out with about, 11, 12 chickens, something like that. And some of them got taken. A hawk got them when they were little. Y'all have heard me talk about it in prior videos. And we ended up having 3 roosters. So we got rid of the roosters. 2, both white silkies ended up being roosters. And then, we bought 2 of them lavender Orpingtons. One ended up being a hen. One ended up being a rooster. So got rid of him. I think right now we have 7 hens. And they're not all laying right now, but some of them are starting to lay. And, once they all start laying, look, it'll be plenty of eggs for my family. Because, that's really all we're doing. We may get more one day. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But for right now, they're doing good enough for us, so we'll take it. Just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? America, baby. All right, let's get these chickens some water. All right, girls got water, good to go. It actually was not empty. It actually still had water in it, so it ain't like they haven't been without water or anything like that. Like I said, this bucket, it'll last probably 2 weeks, typically. But now it's got fresh water in it, so they're probably liking it right now because it's fresh, cool water. But yeah, so that's the chicken coop. We still got a lot of land clearing we need to do on the property. Only about half of it's actually cleared right now. All the land behind the mobile home hasn't been cleared. All the land behind the shed and the chicken coop has not been cleared. As you can see, this is all the woods right here behind me that's technically behind the mobile home. See, there's the mobile home. All this still needs to be cleared. It's like 2 acres. And then all this behind the chicken coop needs to be cleared. I don't know how much it is. It may be an acre, or maybe that's about an acre, and maybe this is about 2 acres. I got about somewhere around 3 acres, if I had to guess, that still need to be cleared. Maybe. It may not be that much, but it's somewhere around there. Am I gonna have it cleared? Yes, I'm gonna have it cleared. But I just really hadn't fooled with it, just because, like I said, it's been so hot. And it's kind of snaky. As you can see, behind the shed, all them woods haven't been cleared. So there's the shed. You know, this is the west side of the property, so I still got a bunch of woods all up in there that I have not cleared yet, that I want to get cleared. I was gonna try to have it done before we build the house, but y'all guys, you know how it is. Middle class family, kind of money's tight right now, so we just decided, hey, you know what? Let's get a couple trees cut around here that need to be cut, and then we're just gonna start building our house, and we'll deal with the rest after the house is built, because house is important. Do we want the woods cleared? Yes, we do. Do they have to be cleared before we build a house? No, they don't. So I think we're just gonna probably end up building the house first, so we have our home, and then we'll come back and clear these woods as we can. Because look, I don't have any equipment. I did a lot by hand and borrowed equipment, and I'm to the point now where if I want to do anything else, I'm gonna have to rent equipment, and just ain't in the budget right now. So that's the property, guys. That's what we got going on around here. We still got quite a lot to do, but at the same time, we're making progress. We're getting stuff done. I'm excited. I'm pumped. You know, it's a slow burn, it's a slow roll, whatever you want to call it, but we're getting there. And one day, you guys just keep watching. One day, this place is going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. I'm pretty excited. I'm staying pumped. But that's the land. Let's work on this shed. All right, I got that tarp off. This tarp over here has got some corners and stuff ripped off of it. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to take the tarp I'm about to put on there, some kind of tie them together somehow. I don't really know. So maybe they'll help that one stay on somehow. I don't know, I gotta figure that out. But all right, let's keep going. Seems that I'm missing a tarp. I had a great big one that was like 20 by 20 or something. Huh. I have no idea what I did with it. Let me go see if it's in my truck. Okay. just consulted with the wife, because that's what I always do when I can't find anything. And she reminded me that we gave the tarp away. So, I don't have the big tarp that I thought I had. Oh, so I still got to do something, because we got a bunch of rain coming next week in the radar supposedly. So I got to figure out something to at least halfway make this thing waterproof. It ain't got to be perfect, but just something until I can go to the store and get another tarp or order one. So I think I'm gonna take these smaller ones here and just figure out a way to tie them together and make it work. So let's do it. All right, guys, it's been a minute, but I think I got it figured out. So let me show you what I got going on. I think it's pretty cool. I know what it looks like. But guess what? I'm the best at it. And I got $0 in this so far. So let me show you what, I'm not done, but let me show you what it looks like so far. Yeah, there we go. I got one tarp up. It's not quite long enough. It's an 8-footer, not a 10-footer. But check it out. Got it stretched out across there. I used the same method that I did on the back. There's straps on the back for tension. And I've got a strap. I've got it overlaid, this one, but I've got a strap in that corner going to there. And then this corner over here, I had to just nail into that board right there. So now I'm gonna do another one right here, and then I'm gonna come back. If I got any left, I'll do this spot, and there'll just be some overlap, but that's okay. Hey, for a temporary roof on the shed until I can get to town to get some more tarps, these big heavy duty tarps that I got on here, they came from Harbor Freight. They don't always have them. You got to order them. And so, you know, I'm gonna go back and do it right. But for now, to get through the rain next week, this will work. So let's keep going. All right, guys, it has been about, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes. I went ahead and finished it all up with a spider web. Went ahead and finished it up. I think it's pretty good for $0. Just stuff I had laying around. I had them tarps from the camping trip that story's for a different day. The girls ain't never going camping again. It was traumatic for them. Anyway, so I had them tarps, so that didn't cost me anything. All the screws and straps I had were from other stuff, so I think we turned out good on this deal, and I think it's gonna work until I can get to town to get some tarps, because eventually I need to put the right tarps back on there. But this will get me by for next week, because it's supposed to be a lot of rain next week. But anyways, enough talking. Let's look. Boom! There it is. As you can see, I got tarps all the way across the back side. Worked out really well. Took zip ties and connected them. They may leak a little bit, but it'll be okay. And then I didn't have another tarp for this hole, so there's kind of a hole there, but that's okay. And then I have this one right here on the front. It was kind of long, so I just looped it over. But heck yeah, a lot better than what I had, because I had nothing. But I think this is gonna work out pretty well until I can get another tarp put on there, so I'll take it. Keeps my stuff dry. That's mainly what I'm worried about. I want to make sure all this stuff stays dry, and I think we're gonna be okay for a little while longer. Glad I got that knocked out, because I was wanting to get that done. It was a little sketchy. It's a little sketchy. Let me show you what I'm working with. There's some spiders down here. If y'all aren't familiar with the South, there's some spiders that hang out around here. They're not, they're docile. They don't really bother you, but they're massive. They call them banana spiders. They're yellow and black. They're everywhere down here. And I try not to kill them, because they do a good job of keeping the bugs down and things like that, especially around the chicken coop. But let me show you these things. I mean, they're all in the corners and everything. I'm trying to stay away from them, but work at the same time. But look at this dude. I mean, you see that dude right there? I mean, just look at him. That's a big old spider. And they're everywhere. That dude right there. Look, they say they're I don't know if they're poisonous or not. I don't know, but they say they kind of don't mess with you or anything. This particular one in this corner, I done moved him once. I moved him to that tree over there. Focus. I moved him to that tree over there, but it looks like he came back, because he's back. But yeah, so that whole time I'm putting these tarps up, trying to not get around these dudes. But that's all I got for today's video, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. I really do. And look, hey, if you want to see more content, hit that subscribe button for me. It's free, doesn't cost nothing, lets you know every time I upload. So appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you next time.